The parents of the slain teenager, Christie Marceau, say the coroner's finding into the death of their daughter is a good start, but more work is needed. Ms Marceau's killer, Akshay Chand, was out on bail facing charges of kidnapping and threatening to rape Ms Marceau when he killed her in 2011, out on bail. The inquest heard how Chand waited a month before stabbing Ms Marceau to death at her family home in Auckland because he thought the 18-year-old would be on guard before then. He was found not guilty of the murder by reason of insanity and has been detained indefinitely in a special mental health unit. Edward Gay has been looking at the coroner Catherine Greig's findings.
Akshay Chand was assessed by mental health professionals 12 times over the 2 months before he killed Christie Marceau. But the 18-year-old managed to conceal his psychosis and was later described by a senior forensic psychiatrist as extraordinarily deceptive. In her findings released today, coroner Catherine Greig said she was unable to conclude Chand's psychotic symptoms could have been picked up by the health professionals. She ended by saying it's clear only with hindsight that Mr Chand was so terribly dangerous to Christie because of his psychiatric condition. The coroner's recommending better information sharing between the police, the courts and mental health providers. Christie's mother, Christie Marceau, says the inquest has answered some of the family's questions.
I guess we're happy in the fact that somebody finally stood up for Christie and said, enough's enough, we need to really look and see what happened. And it's like she sort of became a focus in that, whereas before she'd never been a consideration. And I suppose, it was nice to have that.
But other questions have been left unanswered.
We do believe that the inquest has shown how dysfunctional the system is. There's no communication between any of the key players in these processes. So I do believe, it will highlight that.
Christie's father, Brian Marceau, says the police opposed bail because they feared Chand posed a danger.
As the coroner said, the sharing of information really needs to be done as well because the police nailed it right at the beginning, saying there was something wrong with this boy, and yet you have all these health professionals giving their so-called assessments or whatever, but what really happened in the end, as the coroner also pointed out, was their idea of risk was not the same idea as the court's idea of risk.
Coroner Greig said Chand never admitted psychotic symptoms and most of the assessments were made by nurses who don't undertake the same level of assessment as a psychiatrist. However, all were qualified and experienced. There was only a small amount of information about Chand's background, which showed he had no history of mental health issues or violent behaviour.
Before this happened to us, we thought the system would work. We had faith in the system. We thought that there was something there. But now we know firsthand that system is just not capable. There's no communication. They need to all collaborate and just be on the same page. They really need to, they just need to sort it out and just get it right.
Brian Marceau says the coroner's findings are a good start, but more work's needed.
I think our job's not really over because of the fact that now that the coroner's made recommendations, and because that's all they are, someone actually needs to hound them, I guess, now. And I guess because Christie hasn't got a voice, we've got to be that voice, and we've got to actually tell them to get on with it, or, make sure that they actually really do something about what she said.
Mo te hōtaka o te ahi, ko Edward Gay ahau.